You see, this attitude that your husband must take care of you as a woman is a lie. Your husband is not your father. And mind you, your husband is not responsible for you. He's so unfortunate that people are being installed, they install this attitude of fake things into people, liability. So people are being programmed to be automatically a liability in their life. And when I see them, it's just like, oh, your husband is not your father. Your husband is not responsible for you as a woman. Your husband is not your father. Sit down. Let me tell you why your husband is not your father. Mind you, your husband is just person like you. Your husband is just somebody who also have needs and responsibility for himself. You see, when we talk about marriage, the people come with 100% on the table, not 50-50. There is nothing like, oh, it's my husband that must do this. Oh, it's my husband that must take care of me. It's my husband that must take care of the children. It's my husband that must pay the house rent. It's my husband that must do this. I would just like, okay, let's talk. If your husband is sick, who's going to take care of the children? I believe the first person by law is you, right? If your husband passes away, who's going to take care of the children? I believe the first person by law is still you. Now, if your husband loses his job, the first person is still you. So now, if you come with your 50% mentality, who's going to take care of the marriage? You say that marriage is a dead end. And that is why we have so many people. I call them the product of a failed parents. When you are a product of a failed parents, you think that your husband is the one responsible for you. No, your husband is not responsible for you. You see, for any union to work out, there has to be 100% of responsibility for both parties. If the husband is not paying house rent this month, you should be the one to pay. You live here too. If your husband is not paying the children's school fees this time, you should be the one to pay. It's both party. It's both people. So you see, that mentality is what kept you in that relationship of marriage and has reduced your value to a piece of shit. That people can throw you rubbish because why? You loses your value thinking that your husband is your husband is the one to take care of you. You loses your value thinking that your husband is the one to be responsible for everything, for the children, for the home, and for you. Now, when the man comes to you and not pay you back bride price or whatever thing that it does, I don't know, and then he took you, you have this mentality that the man is automatically responsible to you. So now that attitude is what they call slavery. So when you go to a place and you buy a product or person or whatever, you bring it, or let's take for a dog. You go to a dog place where they sell dogs. You buy dog. You take the dog home. You are automatically responsible for that dog, right? You care. You do everything. Feed that dog and everything. The dog, you just have to tell him a little message and so now you as a person, a grown-up human being, somebody comes to marry you and bring you into the union or to form a union, and you have this mentality that your husband is the one to take care of you. If you still have at this present generation that your husband should take care of you, that means you are a liability and a slave in that home. You are not a wife. Sit down, let's talk. You are a liability. You are not a wife in that home. Because when you are a wife, you are 100% responsible in that home, just like your husband. Because both of you are the captain of that ship. So your husband is not responsible for you. You are the one that have to be responsible for yourself. If the peradventure the man has, he feel like gifting you, that is his free will. You are not his responsible. You are not his responsibility. Don't be disappointed, but that's the fact. The reason why a lot of men will not look at you or respect you, oh, my husband does not do, because you does not him. It's not like you want to be on the same level with him. In reality, it is a union and 100% on the table. So if it is 100% and you and he is also 100%, so both of you are the captain of the ship, who is going to take care of people? Both of you. So when you are not responsible for him, he is not also responsible for you. Peradventure, he has a lot, you spend gift, that is fine, that is free will. But for you to have the mentality that your husband is responsible for you, it is a mentality of a slave, and you are not a wife in that home. You are not. Because when you are a wife, you are to automatically, just like the man, provide, protect everything, because you are the same partner in that home. We'll talk about the pact in another day. Have a great day for now. Bye.